Alright, what is up everybody? We are back with another edition of Everyday Hoops. Hope you guys are having a good one. Today, recapping last night's slate of games of Saturday night. Great slate, your daily, everyday recap here. Today we're going to go through every game, talk about what I see, good things, bad things, all of that from the NBA last night. Thank you guys for the views on the videos and the shorts recently. I really appreciate it. If you do like the content around here, consider subscribing, like, turn notifications, do all stuff like that. I'd really appreciate it. It really helps out a lot. Join the membership. If you want to learn more about the membership, there's a video on my channel explaining all of it. You can go back and watch that. That's my Twitters, all that stuff down in the description below. And yeah, don't waste any more of your time. Let's get right into it. All right, starting with the first game of the night, we have the Celtics and the Hornets. Their second game in a row. They're playing against each other, and the Celtics win this one as well, 113-103. They go to 6-1. The Hornets fall to 2-4. Boston came out hot in the first quarter, put up 38 points in the quarter, shot 6 of 14 from 3. Tatum with 13 points. He's been killing it in the first quarter so far this season. Derek White had a couple 3-pointers. The Hornets just couldn't really do anything to Boston in the first quarter. Second quarter, Peyton Pritchard hits 4 threes for Boston. LaMelo does score 15 in the second quarter, though, just like last game. It's an 18-point game at halftime, but then Charlotte comes out in the third quarter and makes it a game. Outscored Boston 24-17. Brendan Miller, who came back, hit 2 threes in the quarter. LaMelo had 5 points and 4 assists. Everyone contributed. Shot 6 for 15 from 3. While Boston was 6 for 21 shooting, they were 2 for 15 from 3 in the quarter. So, yeah, Charlotte makes us a game. But then the fourth quarter, LaMelo has 16 in the quarter. Things are looking good. But Boston just 1 minute. They had 3 big 3-pointers in this quarter. Payne Pritchard hit a big 3-pointer late. Jason Tatum was getting to the free throw line. Luke Cornett has some good moments. Jrue Holiday has some big moments. And Charlotte just couldn't overcome that first quarter deficit, really, or that first half deficit. Even though they had a really good second half, and Boston shot bad at 5 for 23 from 3 in the second half, Boston ended up making the big plays, ended up getting this win. 29, 7, and 3 for Tatum, shot 7 for 15, was 14 for 17 from the free throw line. Just attacking, forcing his way to the rim, getting fouled. Payne Pritchard with an amazing game, 22 points. He had 6 3-pointers off the bench. He's been phenomenal so far this year. Luke Cornett gave him 19 points. On 6 for 6 shooting, or 7 for 7 with free throw line. He started because Jaylen Brown did not play, and they got this W. Jrue Holiday with 13, Derek White with 18 points, 8 rebounds, had 4 3-pointers. And yeah, Boston, they only shot 30% from 3, but got 28 free throw attempts compared to Charlotte's 9. They also won the rebounding battle 44-34 as well. And yeah, getting to the free throw line a whole lot, getting easy ones, helping get the win for Charlotte. 36-6 for LaMelo. 15 for 26 shooting at 6 threes. He did foul out and had 6 turnovers. So he's got the fouling out is a little crazy for LaMelo, but he was really good in the second half. Brandon Miller had 16 points in his return, 6 for 18 from the field. 12 points for Josh Green. He hit 4 3-pointers and very confident 3-pointers as well. 11 for Cody Martin, 10 for Trey Mann. It's just, yeah, again, Miles Bridges, 6 points, 8 rebounds. They were running small Grant Williams at the 5, with no Nick Richards or Mark Williams in this one. And yeah, Charlotte just, they shot 40% from 3, won the turnover battle, shot 44% from the field, but just, the free throw attempts were a big disparity, and just, making mistakes here and there. Just a bad shot or a bad mistake, just like the last game. A bad shot or a bad mistake here and there. And when you do that against a team like the Boston Celtics that capitalize on those and have championship pedigree, you're not going to win games like that, But Charlotte has gave Boston all they had in the last 2 games, man. Got to respect them. Got to give them their credit, but the Celtics just are the straight up better team. You see it in the last couple minutes where Boston just takes over this game, does what they know how to do, win, and yeah, you can't do much more about it if you're the Charlotte Hornets. Next, we have Grizzlies and 76ers. Grizzlies win this game 124-107. They go to 4-3. Philly drops to 1-4. First quarter was very close. Philly had a good first quarter. Kelly Oubre hit 3 threes in the first quarter. Looked like it was going to be a solid game. Memphis still without Desmond Bane and Marcus Smart. But in the second quarter Memphis just took over. Memphis won the second quarter 35-24. Almost everybody got involved. They shot 66% from the field. Ja had 7 and 5 in the quarter. Sky Pippen had 6 points. Everybody was doing their thing. And Philadelphia shot just 33%. They were 3 for 11 from 3 in that quarter. And then you get to the third quarter, and that's when Memphis really takes over. They win that quarter 33-23, shoot 48%, hit 4 threes. Jay Huff had 12 points and hit 3 threes in the third quarter. Everybody got involved, basically, and Philadelphia, again, just couldn't really hold up with this team, and Memphis ends up getting this win. They shot 55% from the field, 44% from three in this one. Memphis did. They also shot one more free throw than the Sixers and missed it. So Philly technically won the free throw battle, but the rebounding, Memphis dominated 52-33, 11 offensive boards. They had two players, Santi Aldama and Zach Edey, both had double-digit rebounds. Memphis dominated the assist battle as well, 35-22. They had two players, Ja and Scottie Pippen Jr., both had double-digit assists. Just a dominant performance from the Grizzlies. Getting everybody involved. They had 7 players scoring double figures. Jaren, 27 and 6 on 11 for 16 shooting. Ja, 18, 6 and 12. Just doing John Morant things. Jay Huff, 20 points and 5 threes off the bench. He's been phenomenal this season. Jalen Wells, who started this game, 15 points. He had 2 threes. Santi Aldama had 10 and 13. Zach Edey with 10 and 10. Scottie Pippen Jr. with 12 and 13. The Grizzlies have just been really good. The bench mob and the young players have been a lot better than expected for me personally. I mean, their bench has been arguably probably maybe the best in the league so far this year. I mean, Scottie Pippen Jr. has been one of the best backup point guards in the NBA. I mean, he's having double games. He's averaging 11 and 7 off the bench while on really good efficiency. Like, he's been breaking out. Jay Huff has been one of the revelations of the season. Jalen Wells, their young second round pick who's had to start, has come in and has hit a couple shots. He's been shooting the ball very, very well. Jake LaRavia has given them some good minutes in terms of hitting threes and rebounding. Brandon Clark is bringing energy plays. Like, everything on this Memphis Grizzlies team, the young guys are playing really good. Doing this without Desmond Bane, without John Morant, without Kennard, Vince Williams, Gigi Jackson, like all rotational guys. It's just been next man up mentality for Memphis, and it's been working. It's really been working. John Morant looks in control now of the last 2 games. He's found a way to not only score, but also found a way to get everybody else involved, and that's been a whole better thing for the Memphis Grizzlies, and they are very fun. For the Sixers, again, no Joel, no PG. It's just really tough. Tyrese had 23 points, shot 8 for 19. Jerry McCain came off the bench, gave you 19 points, so maybe he can get some more run in the rotation. 14 for Kelly Oubre. But then, they shot 40% from the field. In the second quarter and third quarter, they were just bad, and they just can't really keep up. Then you had the whole situation with Joel Embiid after the game, where that reporter that said a lot of crazy things in his article got pushed, and now that's a whole thing. And there's a lot going on with the 76ers right now. In terms of, they're bad. They start off 1-4. No Paul George or Joel Embiid. We don't know when they're coming back. Joel Embiid with the off court stuff. It's just, it's been not a great, encouraging start to the season for the 76ers right now. But the good thing is it's happening in November instead of happening in like April when they really need them. I guess maybe for now, who knows? Again, who knows with the 76ers team? Who knows about the injuries and when PG and Joel are going to come back? I have no idea. But shout out to the Memphis Grizzlies and the bench mob over there for playing an amazing game. Next, go to Timberwolves and Spurs. The Spurs win this one 113-103. Both teams now go to 3-3. Really, it was like between the second and third quarter that San Antonio really took over this game. They won the second quarter 30-25. They shot 62% from the field, getting to the paint. Keldon Johnson had 8 points. Jeremy Sohan had 7 and 4. And Minnesota just didn't have that energy in the third quarter. San Antonio also blew the game open a little bit, won that quarter 33-25. They shot 60% in that quarter. Keldon Johnson had 10 more points. Jeremy Sohan had 7 more points. Everybody was getting involved. And Minnesota just didn't really have the legs. Coming off a back-to-back with a really, really tough game against Denver that they had to go all the way down to the wire to. This is more like a schedule loss for the Timberwolves, how you have some of those. But got to credit to the San Antonio Spurs for coming out having a really good game. Keldon Johnson, 25 and 8 off the bench, shot 10 for 17, 3 for 8 from 3. He was the energy they needed off the bench. Jeremy Sohan had an amazing game, 19, 10, and 4 on 7 for 10 shooting. I felt like he was just making all the right plays in this game, whether it was, making a good cut, making a good read, rebounding, making a good defensive spot. I feel like he just did so many amazing positive things on the court to help him win this game. 17 for Wemby. He looked really good on the defensive end in this one, and then offensively, the free ball hasn't been falling, but he looked a lot better in this game, taking more comfortable shots, getting more layups, getting more dunks, getting more of the pull-up mid-range game. Like, the free ball hasn't been falling, but everywhere else has been solid for Wemby. 15 and 13 for Chris Paul. Just another amazing game. He was making so many amazing pocket passes, amazing bounce pass reads. Even if all of them didn't end up in points and assists, he was just making so many amazing plays, amazing passes to guys like Sohan and Keldon Johnson and them. And then the 3 ball was also falling for him as well. The team shot 51% from the field, 31% from three, hit 13 threes. Only missed 3 free throws. Won the rebounding battle, 44-32 in this one. Um, yeah, just a great game from the Spurs, man. Back to back, really good games from them. Really good Chris Paul performances. When you get good Chris Paul performances, you're probably gonna win because that means everybody's getting involved. And then when Jeremy Sohan playing like this, Harrison Barnes also had a solid game with 14 points, hit a couple 3 pointers. And then if Wemby gets it going on the offensive end, it's gonna be tough. For Minnesota, again, it just felt like they didn't really have the energy. They came out hot, but then as the game went on, you could tell, off a tough back to back, it was just gonna be tough to win this one. 21 for Ant, it was 8 for 17, 21 for Julius Randle. But after that, no one else really gave him a whole lot. I mean, Dante hit a couple threes off the bench. Naz Reid had 11. But yeah, they shot 29% from three, 70% from the free throw line. Got dominated on the boards. Just a tough loss for Minnesota. But I do like how they've been playing. I do like how Julius Randle has looked. I want him to take more threes. I feel like he hesitates a lot on the three ball, unless it's like a sidestep. But I would like Randle to be more aggressive in terms of 3-point shooting. But yeah, I'm not really worried about this Minnesota loss. Again, one of those scheduled losses where they had to, they're at home, tough game, emotional game, then have to get on the plane, fly all the way to San Antonio and play an early tip off. Like, yeah, that was a tough loss. But the San Antonio Spurs played a great game. They're back to 500 and looking decent. Next, we have the Cavs and the Bucks. This was an insane game that I was glued to. Milwaukee came out great to start this game. Dame had 18 points, 5 threes in the first quarter. Giannis was being aggressive. Taurean Prince hit a couple shots. And yeah, Cleveland came out a little bit slow, missing a couple shots. Milwaukee had an early, I think, I want to say like 15-ish point lead. But then Cleveland, near the end of the quarter, started to, get things right, brought it down to an 8-point game. Then we get to the second, and Cleveland pounces on them. Outscores them 31-24. Donovan Mitchell has 11 points in the quarter. Sam Merrill has some good moments. He hit 3 threes at the end of the first quarter. Isaiah Okoro was big in this game, but in that quarter, 5 points and 6 rebounds. Dean Wade hit a 3-pointer. The Bucks, besides Dame and Giannis, no one else did much besides, yes, Bobby hit a couple shots. And Cleveland was only down, I think, 1. Yeah, Cleveland down 1 at halftime after being down a lot in that first quarter. Gets to the third quarter, Cleveland wins that quarter again. Donovan Mitchell has 10 points. Evan Mobley starts getting involved, 6 points and 4 rebounds. And then Milwaukee, yeah, Dame has only hits 1 shot in that quarter. And yeah, it gets to a close game. Go to the fourth quarter. It's very back and forth. Damian Lillard starts to heat up again with 10 points in the quarter. Giannis has 8 points. Sam Merrill hits 2 more threes that were big. Jared Allen starts getting involved with 8 points and 4 rebounds. And we get down to the final, stretches of this game. It was really important, like really important stuff. Jared Allen hits a layup to make it a 2-point lead. Gary Trent, who's been not great in that game, missed a 3. Lillard missed a shot. The Cavs get offensive rebound galore. It's like Mobley gets the board. Allen missed a layup, or Mobley missed a layup. Allen gets it back. They kick it out. Donovan Mitchell misses a 3. Isaiah Okoro gets the rebound on the ground, calls the timeout. Huge play, really huge play right there to give him another look. And that leads to Jared Allen getting fouled, making 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Giannis comes down and makes a layup. And then this last minute sequence was crazy. Donovan Mitchell missed a layup. They come down. Giannis tries to go fast, tries to do a Euro step, thought he got fouled, throws it up, misses a layup. Cleveland gets it back. Jared Allen comes down and tries to get a dunk on Brook Lopez, but Brook Lopez stuffs it at the rim. They get the board. Donovan Mitchell has to throw up a quick prayer at the end of the shot clock, misses. Milwaukee gets a timeout with 22 seconds left. Dame, just amazing stuff. The step back on Isaac Okoro, mid-range jumper to make it a 1-point lead. Cleveland with 9 seconds left, give it to Donovan Mitchell. And Donovan Mitchell, even though he lost the ball, found a way to control himself, pull up for the mid-range, knock it down for a game. And then, yeah, Dame misses a 3 at the buzzer. And the Cavs win this one, and they stay undefeated at 7-0 with a huge victory. Yeah, this is a crazy game. Donovan Mitchell, 30 points, 4 assists. They kind of needed Donovan to go into that mode. He hasn't really had to go into that mode yet this year because, they've been dominating and winning games. So they haven't needed Donovan Mitchell to have an MVP type performance, but he kind of had one of those last night where I felt like when the Cavs needed something to go, Donovan Mitchell was in there making a big shot, making a 3-pointer, making a stop, doing something, to kind of spark energy into this team. And just a really good game from the Cavaliers. We haven't seen them with this much animosity and adversity yet this year in a game. Every game, mostly besides, I guess, the Knicks game, has been just a dominant blowout. The Knicks game was close into the fourth quarter where they, ran away with it. But, in this game, it was very back and forth. They were down with 9 seconds left, down by 1 point, They were down for a lot of this game, down 15 early in the first quarter, and just finding a way to not panic, control themselves, find themselves, knock down a couple shots, and then really get involved and found a way to win this game. Whether it was a big defensive stop that they needed, whether it was a big rebound they needed, whether it was someone needing to make a play, someone made the play, just a really encouraging win. They haven't seen this type of win from the Cavaliers yet this year, and they finally have it, and it was really awesome to see. But everyone got involved. I mean, 6 players scoring double figures. Sam Merrill was huge in this game, 17 points. He had 5 threes, took a couple charges, having to step up. Him, Isaac Okoro as well, 13 points and 8 boards. He had 3 3-pointers. He was a plus 12 in this game off the bench. Without Karis LeVert as well. Without Karis LeVert, who's been amazing as their 6th man. Those two come in and step up. 15 and 12 for Jared Allen, 14, 7 and 5 for Evan Mobley. Darius Garland had 11 and 10 assists. It's just a great game for them. They shot 48% from the field, hit 15 threes, only missed 4 free throws, and won the assist battle 31-24. Won the turnover battle, 13 turnovers they forced. They only had 7 as a team. So just an amazing win for Cleveland. For Milwaukee, on the other hand, I mean, Giannis and Dame, you couldn't really ask for much more of them. I mean, Dame with 41 points and 9 assists. He had 10 threes. Giannis with 34, 16, and 9. I mean, those two combined for 75 points and 18 assists, and you lose this game. Like that, I don't know how that really happens. I mean, Bobby gave you 10 and 8. He had a couple shots. Torian Prince has 16 points. He had 4 threes. But yeah, Gary Trent, 1 for 7, 1 for 10 from the field. Brook Lopez has 6 points. No one else really provided much in this game at all. And just couldn't get the timely stops really when he needed to. And just couldn't get anybody else really going. I mean, really, it was just Giannis and Dame having to do everything. And no one else could do much. And that's the story of the season so far. It's Giannis and Dame have to do everything for this team. Like Gary Trent just wasn't a factor at all in this game. Like Gary Trent wasn't a factor. Torian Prince, even though it looked like he had 16 points, he had 4 threes. That was big. I don't even remember him having hitting that many shots, honestly. Like he had a couple shots in the first quarter, but since then it was just there wasn't anything really major. Brook Lopez on the offensive end is just standing on the perimeter, not really doing much, pump faking deep threes and then passing. Like it's just the bench doesn't do anything. Pat Connaughton played 9 minutes. I didn't even know he played that many minutes in this game because he did nothing on the court. DeLon Wright, 17 minutes, didn't do anything really. Andre Jackson had a step back 3 in the fourth quarter, but he didn't do anything at all after that either. So it's just man, if Giannis and Dame don't, I mean, they combined for 75 and lost. I don't know what more you can do. I don't know what more you can do if you're the Milwaukee Bucks. I mean, you have your 2 star players combined for 75 points, 18 assists, and only 1 turnover as well. Giannis did not have a turnover in this game. Dame had 1. And you lose the game. I don't know how many times that happens. It's just, again, it's a really good Cavalier team that fought, but still, I mean, this has happened too much where they combine for 60, combine for 70, and they lose games. It's a huge problem right now. Now they're 1-5. 1-5, 5-game losing streak. And it's just man, when is this going to end? When is someone else going to step up and decide to do something? When is this team going to find an identity? When is it going to happen? I mean, we're still in November. We still have so many times. 6 games. They still have, 74 games left. 76 games left in the season to figure it out. But, man, it looks bad right now. Next, we have Kings and Raptors. Raptors win this one 131-128 in overtime. They go to 2-5. The Kings fall to 3-3. First of all, we have the Vince Carter jersey retirement. Shout out to Vince Carter. Awesome moment. One of the pioneers. Without Vince Carter, who knows what Toronto basketball and Canadian basketball looks like. So got to shout out Vince Carter. That was an awesome thing to see. But to the game, the Raptors, they played a really good game. I mean, Chris Boucher came off the bench. He gave you 12 points in the first quarter. They shot 54% of the field, hit 6 3-pointers. It was man, the Raptors are playing with some fire. Second quarter, the Kings come back in a little bit. Malik Monk has 10 points in the quarter. De'Aaron hits a couple shots. DeMar having a tough shooting first half. He had just 6 points in the first half. Keegan Murray hit a couple shots. And it was only a 3-point game at halftime. Go to the third quarter. Toronto comes out, puts up 30 in the third quarter, shot 40%, hit 5 threes. Ochai Agbaji has 7. RJ comes out, has 7 points in the quarter. Chris Boucher hits a couple more shots. And yeah, Sacramento has a bad shooting third quarter, 39% from the field, 22% from 3. DeMar starts to get it going, but no one else can really do much. De'Aaron Fox only took 1 shot in the third. We get to the fourth, and it looks like Toronto's going to win this game, but then the Kings, De'Aaron and DeMar say no. De'Aaron and DeMar combined for 24 points. They scored as many points as the Raptors did in the fourth quarter. De'Aaron and DeMar, big shots, shot 8 for 16, went to the free throw line, both hit 4 free throws in the quarter, and Toronto just, the three ball was not falling in that fourth quarter, and Sacramento comes all the way back in the fourth quarter and forces OT. Thanks to Domantas Sabonis with the tip in where DeMar missed the layup. Sabonis got a couple taps at it, makes it. RJ missed the three at the buzzer, and we go into overtime. And in overtime, Toronto takes over this game. RJ Barrett 5 points in the quarter. Grady Dick hit a couple shots. And Sacramento just 3 for 12. DeMar was 3 for 7. He had all points. De'Aaron was 0 for 2. No one else took a shot. I feel like they were just giving the ball to DeMar and be like, all right, DeMar, take us home. I mean, he took 4 threes in overtime. That was crazy. DeMar, he took a couple of threes. I was like, man, they were down 3 points with like 40 seconds left, and he just came up and just shot a 3-pointer. And then late in the game, when they were down like 3, I think something with like 13 seconds left or something, he took a fadeaway corner 3, like for no reason. It was weird late game execution for the Kings. But the Raptors end up getting the win. RJ 31, 9 and 6, 10 for 26, 3 straight 30-point games to start the season. He's been really good. I mean, he's been attacking and scoring. We know he can do that, but the facilitating the playmaking has been there as well. He's been making some really good, nice passes and really good plays to other people, and being kind of like an offensive hub in a very, very like small sample size. But he's been really good. Chris Boucher was huge in this game. 24 points, hit 4 threes off the bench. I mean, that was huge. Ochai Agbaji, 22 points. It was 4 for 5 from 3. Grady Dick with another 22 points. Jakob Poeltl 13 and 9. Just a really good game from Toronto. I mean, they shot 48% from the field, 46% from 3, hit 17 threes in this one. Won the assist battle, 31 to 21. Like, just a really good game for Toronto. Doing it for Vince. With Vince Carter jersey retirement, it's not going to end in sadness. They came out and got this win. And yeah, the Fighting Toronto Raptors, man, that was a really good performance from that. Man, for Sacramento, a very tough loss. Again, very interesting late game execution. DeMar somehow finishes with 33 points in this one, while De'Aaron 24 and 6, 5 steals. He was 0 for 11 from 3, so I'd like to see him maybe get into that mid-range game a little bit more. 17, 20, and 10 for Sabonis, 21 from Malik Monk, 16 for Gamer. Just want to see more action late in the game. I feel like literally their late game execution was, all right, DeMar, here's the ball, and everybody clear out. They're just kind of like, dang, you have De'Aaron Fox around here too, right? That also was the inaugural Clutch Player of the Year award winner. Malik Monk, he can do something too. Like, it just felt weird that it was like just DeMar chucking up threes and chucking up contested shots in the fourth. That was the game plan. Not even any pick and roll or anything like that. So just an interesting, weird late game execution for Sacramento. A very tough loss to have. But shout out to the Toronto Raptors for Vince Carter night. They got a W. Next we have Warriors and Rockets, and this one, I don't even know like what this game was. This was just wild. This was just wild. Like, the definition, this is probably the craziest game of the season so far, because I don't know what was going on in this game. The Warriors came out and smacked the Rockets early. They were up 38 to 20 at the end of the first. They hit 8 threes in the first quarter. Buddy Hield was on fire. Andrew Wiggins was playing some good basketball. The defense was locked in as well. The Rockets couldn't get anything going, and the Warriors just cruised in the first half. I mean, they were up 28 points in the first half. They were up 31 points at one point in this game. I mean, the first half, Buddy Hield and Kuminga both had 14. Draymond had 9. Wiggins, Moody had 8. The Rockets were shooting 32% from the field in the first half, and it was like, all right, Warriors just going to sneak off another win, go 3-0 without Steph, of course. We get to the third quarter. The Rockets make it interesting. They outscore them 37 to 25. Tari Eason, 12 points in the third quarter. He was amazing in this game. Alperen Sengun hits a couple shots. Jabari hits a couple threes. The 3 ball doesn't fall for the Warriors, and it's like, all right, Rockets make it interesting. We get to the fourth quarter, and that's when chaos breaks loose. Jabari Smith has 13 points in the fourth. Tari Eason has 10 more. Amen Thompson has 11 points in the quarter. The Warriors forget how to play basketball. They miss 5 free throws, have a lot of turnovers, miss shots. Just hustle and energy plays throughout for the Houston Rockets. Tari Eason was literally everywhere, bro. Like, everywhere. Defensively, offensively, he was everywhere. Amen Thompson as well, just getting to the rim, making contact, drawing fouls. The Warriors just couldn't get anything going. The Rockets took the lead at one point with 5 minutes left. Buddy Hield hit a 3 to kind of calm them down. Last couple minutes were just like, what the heck is going on? I mean, the Warriors, they're up by 6 points with 51 seconds left, and it's like, dang, all right, the Rockets come back. Man, is in the balance. Fred VanVleet gets the foul, goes to the free throw line, makes 2. Draymond gets fouled, misses 2 free throws. but they get the offensive rebound. So Brandon Pajemski gets fouled. He goes 1 for 2. They come down. Jabari Smith hits a tough 3-pointer. They get a 2-point game. We come in. Warriors with 15 seconds left, 2-point lead. Draymond inbound, tries to inbound to Wiggins, I think, and he overthrows it, turns the ball over. Aaron Holiday gets a steal. They come down. Tari Eason gets fouled, makes 2 free throws. The Warriors don't even get a shot off to end this game, and somehow the Rockets come back all the way down from 31 and force overtime. We go to overtime, and Jonathan Kuminga says, all right, we're taking over. Kuminga just hits 2 straight buckets to start. The Rockets just can't buy a shot. The Rockets only scored 2 points in overtime. The Warriors, Kuminga scored 6 of the 8 points in OT. They also had a couple turnovers late that were like, man, the Warriors are trying to give this game up. But the Rockets just missed easy shots. Tari Eason missed 2. Armen Thompson and Tari Eason both missed. Jalen Green also missed a big layup. Like, they missed like 5 layups in overtime, and the Warriors sneak away with the win. Just a chaotic game, man. Buddy Hield continues his amazing start. 27 points. He hits 6 3-pointers. Jonathan Kuminga gave you 23 points off the bench, 15 for Andrew Wiggins, 14 and 11 for Draymond, 12, 5, and 6 for Brandon Pajemski. He shot 51% from the field, 47% from 3. Took 50 free throws, but missed 18, 32 for 50 from the free throw line. You're just not going to win a lot of games like that. Thankfully, you're up 31, so you have a little bit of, wiggle room, I guess, at some points. But missing 18 free throws is not going to cut it. But, thanks to Jonathan Kuminga in overtime, you get the win. For the Rockets, really tough loss. I mean, you got to give them so much credit for coming back from down 31 and just coming back and taking a lead at one point, forcing overtime. It's just in overtime they ran out of juice. Tari Eason was spectacular. 27 points, 9 rebounds, 4 steals, 3 blocks, hit 3 3-pointers, 11 for 19 from the field. I've been a big fan of Tari Eason since coming to the NBA. I think he has some amazing quality role player, winning player type traits, and you saw it last night. He was literally everywhere on the court. Whether it was getting an offensive rebound, he had 6 offensive rebounds in this game. Whether it was getting an offensive rebound, whether it was deflecting a pass, getting on the fast break, whether it was making a big 3-pointer, he was literally all over the place on the court. Armen Thompson also was amazing, 18 and 11 on 8 for 15 shooting. He was phenomenal as well, bringing that energy. Jabari Smith gave him 21 points. Jalen Green was really rough in this game, 7 points. It was 2 for 13. Fair VanVleet also was 2 for 12. Dylan Brooks fouled out. Alperen Sengun only played 20 minutes because just, things were rolling. But Jalen Green also, he missed a lot of easy shots and a lot of tough shots that probably could have won them this game or could have made things a lot more interesting. But, shout out to the Warriors, I guess, for closing out. But shout out to the Houston Rockets, really, for coming back and, doing anything they can to, taking a lead down 31. And they came back and took this lead and forced overtime. Just insane stuff from the Houston Rockets. The Warriors are 5-1 now, by the way. The Rockets are 3-3. Next, we had Heat and Wizards playing in Mexico City. And the Heat ended up winning this game 118-98. Heat are 3-2. Wizards are 2-3. Miami came out from the get-go, scoring 31 in the first quarter. Bam, who has not been great this year, 7 points in the first quarter. Jaime Jaquez had a couple shots. The Wizards couldn't make a 3 in the first quarter. They come back in the second quarter. Bam has 13 more points. The Wizards trying to make it close. Bam had 20 in the first half. Tyler Hero had 10 points. And it was like, all right, Bam might be back. Third quarter, Miami just blows him out of the water. Well, not out of the water, but creates a good separation, 33-22 in that quarter. The Wizards shoot 8 for 21, 38% from the field in the third. And, yeah, he ended up getting this W. But Bam Adebayo, 32 points and 14 rebounds, shot 12 for 24, hit 3 threes. This is the type of Bam they need. The first couple games, he was being really passive. Only took 9 shots a game in the first couple games, which is unacceptable for Bam Adebayo. And last night was just him kind of saying, all right, let it go. And just come out and just do what you do, Bam. And that's what he did. He was hitting threes. He was getting to the mid-range game. He was, bullying in the paint. Just doing the regular Bam things that we're used to seeing, and a great game. And hopefully that gives him a boost for the rest of the year. And we get to see that Bam Adebayo that we know come back. 18 for Jimmy, 18, 8, and 4. Solid game from him. Tyler Hero gave you 15 and 6. Alec Burks gave him 15 points, hit 5 threes off the bench. Terry Rozier at 12. Jaime Jaquez at 8 and 10. And yeah, it's a good game from the Heat. Shot 42% from the field, 40% from 3. Won the rebound, dominated the rebound battle. They had 65 rebounds in this game. Won the rebounding battle 65-44. They had 21 offensive rebounds in this one. Just dominating the glass and dominating the paint in this one. Just great. That was the story. Paint. The Wizards just could not stop them in the paint. Washington, Black Coulibaly, 22 and 8. 8 for 12. Again, love what I've seen from him this year. Jordan Poole gave you 21. Alex Sarr has some good moments, 17 and 6 with 4 blocks, out 7 for 11 shooting. But no one else can do much. I mean, they shot 20% from 3. They shot 7 for 35 from 3. And when you give up 65 rebounds, and 21 offensive rebounds, you're just not going to win games like that for Washington, But has some decent things in there. But Miami, big win. And hopefully this game can kind of get Bam Adebayo going. Next, we have Blazers, Suns. Suns win this one 103-97. They go to 5-1. Portland falls to 2-5. First half was actually really close. I mean, Phoenix came out good in the first quarter. Portland was 6 for 29, 20% in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, Portland came out, put up 29 points, shot 39%, hit 6 threes. Anthony Simons had 10 points. Jeremy Grant had 8 points. And all of a sudden, the Suns were 4 for 16 in that quarter, 25% from the field. And it's like, dang, is this a close game? Portland actually led by 4 at halftime. We get to the third, and then Phoenix blows them out of the water in the third quarter, 44-18. They shoot 60% from the field, hit 9 threes. Grayson Allen has 10 points. Devin Booker has 10 points, 7 for Kevin Durant, 6 for Bradley Beal, 5 for Tyus Jones. You have Nurkic hit a 3. And it's like, man, and then Portland shoots 7 for 27, 1 for 11 from 3 in that quarter. And it was just like, man, all right. Well, Phoenix is going to just ride out to victory. But we get to the fourth quarter, and Portland says, nope, we're not done yet. Delano Ban, who did not play a second in this game until they just pull him in the fourth quarter at the start of it. And he changed the entire game. 12 points, 2 assists, 2 steals, and a block. Shot 5 for 7. He had 2 threes. He was phenomenal. He was a plus 18 in that quarter. Like, he came out and was amazing. I mean, energy on defense, offensively, hitting shots, being aggressive, getting to the paint, hitting threes. It was like, man, and the Suns just could not buy a basket. Suns were 6 for 21 in that quarter, 0 for 7 from 3. Anthony Simons also gave you 10 points in that quarter. And all of a sudden, Portland made this a game. Like, Portland made this a game. And it was like, oh my gosh, are the Suns going to blow? The Suns were the worst team in the fourth quarter last year. Are they going to do it again? And they made it. Delano Ban hit a 3 to make it a 2-point game with a minute left. They come down. Beal missed a 3. Ban comes down, shoots another 3, and it just rims out. So I was like, dang. Like, it just really rolled, and just spun out. It was tough. Tyus Jones gets fouled. He makes 2 free throws. Come down. Simons misses a 3. The Suns turtle. Booker gets the Beal gets the rebound. Finds Booker. Booker dribbling with the ball gets stolen by Danny Avdija, but he misses the layup, and that really ended it. And the Suns escape with the W. Devin Booker, 28, 9 and 9 on 9 for 23 shooting. Wasn't a great shooting night, but he did hit a big corner shot, baseline jumper, and hit a couple free throws to seal the game. KD with 21 points. Grayson Allen finally having a good game, 18 points at 4 threes. He has not really doing much so far the first couple games, so maybe that can get him going. 15 for Bradley Beal, 15 for Tyus Jones, 15 boards for Yusuf Nurkic. And yeah, I mean, a tough fourth quarter. The Suns have not been a great fourth quarter team. Last year, they were the worst fourth quarter team. This year, they've been better, but that was not a great game. Just shots weren't falling, really. I didn't see KD. I mean, how many shots did KD take in that fourth quarter? Kevin Durant took 3 shots in the fourth. He took as many shots as Grayson Allen did. It's like that can't happen. Bradley Beal was 1 for 4. Like, just 0 for 7 from 3. They just could not find anything going. And then defensively, they just broke down in that quarter. If Portland has maybe a minute or 2 left, 2 more minutes left in that game, maybe Portland sneaks out with a W. But yeah, for the Blazers, 28 and 6 for Anthony Simons, 20 for Jeremy Grant, 13 for Denny, 10 and 13 for DeAndre, and Delano Ban, though, 12 points, plus 18 in this game. Give Delano Ban more minutes, is what I'm saying. Give Delano, I mean, he went to Portland last year and broke out. I really like Delano Ban. I think he's a really good player. So give Delano some more minutes, man. Give Delano some more run, and maybe you'll win a couple more games with him. But yeah, shout out to him for doing that. But the Suns escape with the win still. But just a really rough fourth quarter to watch for them. Next we have Jazz Nuggets. Nuggets win this one 129-103. They go to 3-3. The Jazz are 0-6. Denver came out in the first quarter, put up 37 points in the quarter. Michael Porter Jr. hit 3 threes. Jokic hit a couple shots. Without Jamal Murray, Russell Westbrook got the start. Julian Strawther had 7 points in the first quarter, and it was like, all right, let's wrap this up. Second quarter, though, Utah made it close. They came back. Johnny Juzang in the first quarter, at the end of the first quarter, made it close. Second quarter, Keontae George hit some shots. Colin Sexton hit some shots. Denver started missing a little bit, and it was like, man, is this going to be like a close game? But then the third quarter comes out. Jokic scores 18 in the third quarter. Christian Brown hits a couple shots and they end this game very quick. Jokic 27, 16, and 9 on 10 for 18 shooting. MPJ with 20. He hit 4 3-pointers. He was a plus 25 in this one. Julian Strawther had some good moments, 19 points off the bench. He hit 3 threes. Christian Brown had a good game, 17 points, hit 3 threes. Aaron Gordon had 12 and 5. Westbrook had 7 assists and 5 steals. Just Nuggets take care of business. Shot 48% from the field, 50% from 3. And this one as well is really, really good. Won the rebounding battle 52-39, 19 offensive rebounds in this game. DeAndre Jordan had 6 offensive rebounds in this game. They won the assist battle as well, forced 24 turnovers. Yeah, just a really good, much needed win for Denver. For Utah, they're bad. Walker Kessler, 18 and 14 with 5 blocks. He has some good moments, Johnny Juzang 17 points. Keontae George, 16 and 8 assists. 15 for John Collins, 15, 5 and 5. But, yeah, they're bad. Without line marketing especially, they're horrible. So, yeah, I don't know when their first win is going to come, but it might not be for a little while, man, because holy, is this a very tough watch, this Utah Jazz team. But, yeah, shout out to the Nuggets. Take care of business. Final game we had, Thunder, Clippers. Thunder win this one 105-92. They are still undefeated at 6-0. Clippers fall to 2-4. Clippers got off to a great start in this game. Outscored the Thunder 28-19. In the first quarter, they shot 41% from the field, hit 6 threes. Harden had 6 points and 7 boards. Terrence Mann hit a couple shots. Everybody was getting involved. OKC, it was tough shooting. There was 33% from the field. And it was like, man, the Clippers got to give OKC a run. Second quarter, OKC, Shea came out, gave you 13 points there. Joe hit a couple 3-pointers. But the Clippers are still on it. Norman Powell had 10 points. Kevin Porter Jr. had 7. Chris Dunn had 6 in the quarter. I was like, man, this is actually a close game. Clippers led by 4 at halftime. Then we get to the second half. Third quarter, OKC comes out. Shea has another 10 points with 6 assists. Lou Dort has 7 points. He brought a lot of energy in this one. And the defense. The Clippers shot 35% in the third quarter, 1 for 8 from 3. Besides Norman Powell, no one else can really get things going. They could not get Zubac going at all. Shout out to Chad Holmgren for the defense. And then the fourth quarter was more the same. Clippers shot 25%. They were 5 for 20 in the fourth quarter, 1 for 6 from 3, while the Thunder were 45%, 9 for 20. Aaron Wiggins had 7 points. Isaiah Joe hit 2 more threes in the quarter. Clippers shot 30%. Clippers made 12 shots in the second half, 2 for 14 from 3. And yeah, the Thunder defense, that has been amazing. That's really, honestly, it's been the Thunder defense that has got them this undefeated record right now. The Thunder defense has been historic, just amazing. I don't know if they've allowed 100 points. Have they allowed 100 points in a game yet? Hold on, let me check really quick. Twice. The Hawks had 104, the Blazers had 114, but besides that, the Nuggets 87 points, Bulls 95 points, the Spurs 93 points, the Clippers 92 points. Like, they have been amazing on the defensive side of the ball, and that's really what got them this win. Shea, 25 and 9 assists. Just a really good game from him. Lou Dort with 16 points. He had a really big second half. J-Dub with 15, 7, and 4. Aaron Wiggins, who started this game, 12 points. Chet Holmgren, 14 boards with 10 points. And then Isaiah Joe hit 4 threes off the bench. They shot 41% from 3. Only missed 2 free throws. Just a big game. They also forced 22 turnovers. The Clippers, horrible second half. Norman Powell gave you 24. James Harden had more rebounds than points, which is not something you're going to see that often. And then, Zubac with just 9 points in this one. Derrick Jones Jr. was 0 for 5 from 3. They shot 31% from 3. Also missed 9 free throws, 65% from the free throw line. It's not going to cut it either. Yeah, the Clippers are kind of falling back down to earth after having a really good start in the first 2 or 3 games. It's kind of been not great so far the last couple games. Just kind of coming back down to earth. That's also Zubac coming back down to earth. James Harden hasn't been shooting the ball super efficiently in the last couple games either. So they're going to need James Harden to get going and start hitting some shots. But yeah, shout out to the Thunder. They're 6-0. They're playing some great basketball. And it's gonna be hard to stop them, especially the way they're playing defensively. They've just been on it defense. Everybody is getting on the defensive action, and that's really how they've been winning games. And yeah, it's gonna be it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, if you do like the content around here, consider subscribing, turn notifications, do all stuff like that. I'd really appreciate it. It really upset a lot. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.